Good evening, dear students. Today we will start our next exercise, exercise 3E, and topic is division in whole numbers. Today we will learn how do we do divide in whole numbers. Division is the inverse operation of multiplication. Inverse means you can say in simple language opposite also. Division is a inverse operation of multiplication. Multiplication is an inverse operation of division. So let a and b be two whole numbers. When you have any two whole numbers, so dividing a by b, when we divide a by b, it means finding a whole number c, which result it comes after divide any two whole numbers, so that we can say our result that b multiplied by c is equal to a. It means result multiplied by b, that our a value it will come. Means divide results we will multiply, that we will get dividend. So we can write a divided by b is equal to c. A divided by b is equal to c. Divide place we can write upon also. A upon b is equal to c. So we can say a is equal to b multiplied by c. B multiplied by c. Already we know that opposite. So when divide we transfer to another side, divide becomes multiply. Divide opposite is multiply. So you can understand by this example, when we divide 63 divided by 9, so you can see when 9 multiply by 7, 9 sevens are 63. We will get our dividend. Same here also, when you do divide 84 by 14, so we get 6. So when you do multiply 14 multiply by 6, you will get your dividend. So this is one formula. Dividend is equal to divisor multiply constant plus remainder. Content plus remainder. What is a divisor? What is a dividend? What is a quotient? What is a remainder? These all things you already studied in the previous class, in 5th class, but once again I introduce with this example. There is our this 63 is called the dividend, our 9 is called the divisor, and our 7 is called the quotient, and 0 with when divisible fully completed, no any number is left, so that case remainder will be 0. Our next topic, even and odd whole numbers. A whole number divisible by 2 is called an even number. Example 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, etc. are all even numbers. When any whole number divisible by 2, when any whole number is there and it is completely divided by 2, so we can say that given number is an even number. Otherwise you can check from one's place, there is a 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, that case also we can say that given number is in the even numbers. And a whole number which is not divisible by 2, when you do divide and your divide is fully not complete, some remainder it will be left, it is called an odd number. When you divide by 2, some remainder it will left, divide is not completely, so we can say that given whole number is a not divisible by 2, it means that is a odd number. So let's learn some properties which is related with whole number. Properties on division. First, if a and b are non-zero number. Properties of division. If a and b are non-zero whole number, a and b any two whole number which value is not 0, is not always a whole number. It's not compulsory that always a whole number. Let's see example. 7 and 2 are whole numbers when you divide by 7 to 2 is not a whole number. That result, it is not a whole number. Next, division by 0. If a is a whole number, then a divided by 0, that result is meaningless. It means when you, suppose your whole number is 4 and you 4 divide by 0, that result it will be meaningless. Never our divisor will be 0. Never. If this type of division it will come, that answer always meaningless. Our third property, if a is a non-zero whole number, then 0 divided by a is equal to 0. It means your dividend it will be 0, but your divisible it will not be 0. When your dividend is 0, that case your answer is 0. Okay, when your dividend is 0, that case your answer is 0, but your divisible is 0, that case answer is meaningless. Let's start our exercise. Exercise 3E. Question first. Divide and check your answer by the corresponding multiplication in each of the following. Means we will do our divide, then after we check our answer by corresponding multiplication method. Let's see. Question first. 1936 divided by 16. So 16 ones are 16, 9 minus 6 is 3, 1 minus 1 is 0, 3 just write below, then 16 twos are 32, then 3 minus 2, 1, 3 minus 3 is 0, then 6 right below side, then 16 ones are 16. So finally you can see, students, our divisor is 16 here, our dividend is 1936, our constant is 121, our remainder is 0. So now it's time for checking our answer by corresponding multiplication. So I already explained you can learn like formula also. Dividend is equal to divisible multiplied by quotient multiply plus remainder. Divisible multiplied by quotient plus remainder. So I already shown here which value is divisible, which value is called quotient, which value is called remainder. So one side we will put the all values and another side it will both value it will come. It means our answer is correct. Our divisible is 16, our quotient is 121, remainder is 0. So you just multiply divisible by quotient, 16 multiplied by 121, we can say our 1936 is come, that is equal to our dividend. It means our divide is absolutely correct. Let's see our question number 2. Divide and find out the quotient and remainder. Check your answer. Same process, similarly like question first. Second, sixth, 16,135 divided by 875. So firstly we do divide. 875 one time we do divide, then 8 times. So this is our divisible, this is our dividend, this is our quotient, and this is our remainder. And by corresponding multiplication, this method we can check our answer. Dividend 16,135, divisible is 875, quotient is 18, and remainder is 385. Firstly, we will multiply 875 by 18, so 15,750 it will come. Then we will add 385. So you can see our this side, both side value it will be equal, means our result of this is equal to our dividend. It means our division is correct. Let's see question number 3. Find the value. When we divide by 1, same dividend it will come. When our dividend is 0 by any number, so that case our answer is 0. These questions are related the properties which I explained you already. Let's see question number 4. find a whole number n such that n divide by n. We have n is equal to 1. Let's see. Let our n value is 1. So we should verify n divide by n is equal to n. So when we divide n divide by n means n value is 1. So 1 divided by 1 is equal to 1 because 1 ones are 1. So 1 is the required whole number. That whole number when we divide by same, that number we will get same. So that number is 1. Question number 6 on dividing 59,761 by a certain number. The quotient is 189 and the remainder is 37. Find the divisible. So we have dividend is 59,761, quotient is 189, remainder is 37, and we know that this formula dividend is equal to divisible multiplied by quotient plus remainder. So we put the values of given numbers. Dividend is 59,761, divisible we don't know, quotient is 189 and remainder 37. So first of all we transfer this 37 to another side because of plus. When we transfer another side it's become minus. So when we subtract 59,761 by 37 we will get 59,724. Then 189 in multiplication form, this number also we transfer to another side, so multiply become divide. So now we do divide 59,724 by 189. So our quotient it will come 316. It means our divisible is 316. Let's see question number 8. What least number must be subtracted from 13,601 to get a number exactly divisible by 87? So by divide we will find that number which is divisible by exactly that number. So on divide 13,601 by 87. So our quotient is 156. Why I am not explaining division? You already practiced in small classes how you do. There is a simple divide, no any extra decimal, fraction, nothing, only simple division. And in 5th class you already practiced division, 4th class also. That's why division I didn't explain you. I explain you process. So when we divide 13,601 by 87 we will get 156. So if we subtract 29 from 13,601, the result number will be exactly divisible by 87. So finally the required number, least number is 29. How 29 it will come? Which our remainder is left. That remainder is our required least number.